Hey guys, and welcome back. We're in 2019. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great New Year as well. We're going to kick things off this year with a spicy brew I worked on New Year's Eve. And this is a Neutral Yak deck. Now, strangely enough, this deck's been doing very well, and I don't even know why. I think it's to do with Faeria Yak, really. Faeria Yak plus Lord of the Wastes, a very powerful combo. But basically, you play this as almost as a rush deck, but you go down the sides. So you let your little court jesters and your Faeria Yaks and stuff like that, they collect Faeria for you. You can push a lot of lands out thanks to all the neutrals, so you don't necessarily need to go down the middle. You can gain some economy from collection on the wells instead of going down the middle. And then you just you just control the board with your removal, your punishment in here, which is very good against Drake Rider right now, which is a popular card in the meta. You have Yak Attack. Yak Attack is very good in this deck. It's crazy with the Imperial Strongholds. You can increase the power of these Yaks. So I've had 3 Imperial Strongholds down. I've used Yak Attack, and then I've had 3 5/2 hasters. So the Imperial Stronghold is one of the cards that really pushes this deck over the edge, along with the Faeria Yak. Being able to accelerate that land. Court Jester is awesome as well. Like Court Jester hitting Lord of the Waste or hitting the Sky Yak makes some very cheap power plays. And I think this is where this deck excels. Like kind of turn 3-4. You can kind of just flood the board with really cheap efficient Yaks, or you can go for a big removal play using Yak Attack. And if you get those Imperial Strongholds down, your reach becomes even further because of that +1 attack. It does add up. So yeah, I'll just play the deck and let you guys see how it works out. This is quite a unique build. I did kind of build it as a meme to start off with, but with a little refinement, I was actually doing very well with it on ladder, on God rank. I was climbing up the ranks, and not a lot of players knew how to answer it. So hopefully, you guys will try this deck out and enjoy it. So let's get into some matches and see how this deck performs. Alright guys, into our first match here. Longhorn and Topaz. That's not too bad actually. It gives us a removal play. It also allows us to build that desert. This Court Jester has been absolutely insane, honestly. Court Jesters, like I said in the intro, like buffing up stuff like Sky Yaks and Lord of the Wastes, allows you to put really powerful creatures down, but also buffing stuff like Topaz Yak, even the Longhorn Yak, like here. Here, I have a situation where both of these power-ups are great. They're just both really good. And we only need 1 desert for this build. I generally want to build the desert aggressively because that's where my Lord of the Wastes are going to go in. Originally, it wasn't really relevant because I wasn't running other yellow creatures, but as I played this deck more and as I refined it as I was going, once I added Lord of the Wastes, I felt like the deck became just so much better. It puts a 6/4 down. The Faeria Refund is really important because the Faeria Refund essentially fuels your Yak attacks. So I was considering Demon Wrangler at first, but then I came to realize actually what I do want is this card, Lord of the Wastes, because it gives me a Faeria Refund, and that refund is very important. So we get to kind of just like slot into double collection here and just wait till next turn. Now, matchup-wise, it's hard to say how... I think this deck does really well against blue. Mainly because blue requires stuff on board to have initiative. And it does allow... this deck does kind of snowball quite quickly, given the right hand. I had a game on my stream, actually, which was quite good. I had a really good turn 3. I played, like, double neutral Faeria Yak into double neutral again. And then my opponent put 2 lakes down. And put 2 commanders, and then I double neutraled across here and played Yak Attack and cleared the board. And then on the follow-up turn, I was able to play a Sky Yak as a 4/6 and a Lord of the Wastes in 1 turn. So I had a really strong play. It was kind of ridiculous actually. now that I think about it, it was insane. It was such an insane play. But anyway, let's get back to this game that we're currently playing. We're going to use the Longhorn Yak, that's for sure. Then we're just going to... I think we just killed this with the Topaz Yak. It does retain a little bit of life, which is fine. It might be able to kill
something extra on the follow-up. The Court Jester, unfortunately, I guess I could have actually moved the Court Jester back now that I look at it. I will be honest, I did forget this got the power up. So yeah, what I could have done instead, which would have been better, is I could have moved the Court Jester back here, played the Yak, then played the Topaz Yak here, and then played the Topaz Yak here, as long as it's adjacent, collect that Faeria, kill the Water Elemental, and then the Court Jester would be safe to be sacked next turn by the Lord of the Wastes. So we're actually just one neutral away from Sky Yaks. I don't think I'll mind building another desert here if I can get there, just to get that aggressive land. I generally don't build more than one desert, unless it's for a positional play. Sacking these is not too bad as well, because you get that last word trigger. Oh dear, I had a 9-1 Prairie Yak against Redburn. And the reason it was a 9-1 is it got buffed by the Longhorn up to a 7-1, and then I had 2 strongholds down. And my opponent played Hellfire, and it missed the 9-1, which was by his orb. I think it was the saddest moment for my opponent, seeing that happen. It was pretty hilarious. Couldn't believe it. Oh, that's interesting. Sunken Tower and me across into another Battletoads. Okay. So we pick up Punishment. It's actually not that big of a deal right now. I'm probably just gonna kill the frog and sack this. I just need to decide what else I'm gonna do. Like, I don't need the lands just yet. We don't have the Skyak. Actually, can just clear the board. Probably just get on with that. So we kill this. I can sack this now. This gives us pressure. And then I'm just going to double... I guess I could have played a Longhorn instead. Let's Punishment this. And we'll stick this into double. So I'm going to give him 1 frog. Mainly because I don't really care about Aurora, unless he... Actually, it depends what he does. If he has Aurora and he Sunken Towers this across and takes the value, that's pretty good. Maybe I should have double Punishment into Longhorn instead of the Lord of the Wastes, but I do want to apply some pressure. I want to force my opponent into making some decisions here, like challenging my 6-4. It's probably just going to get pushed back, to be honest, but that's fine. That allows me to finish off my neutrals, kill the tower. Punishment also is very good for Leia. Like, Leia is such a popular card these days. Punishment has been really good in dealing with her. So sometimes I feel like I just have to keep a Punishment for Leia. Which is why... So originally I was running Destructive Volley in this deck, and... I ran 2 Destructive Volleys and I ran 2 Punishments, and I actually found that I wanted the Punishments more than Destructive Volleys because of cards like Leia. Being able to punish Leia, her not getting the Death Touch off, is actually really, really impactful, but it's a big deal. Oh, a free one, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. And I can actually dash here and block collection. So I can dash here, I can create the land, and then I can draw. And then I can probably Punishment this. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to create the land here, we're going to dash across, I'm going to kill this tower. We're going to take a draw. An outpost. Not that relevant right now. Then we can just Punishment this. So we're just locking out we're kind of resource locking our opponent a bit here. As you can see, oh, it's gone dark on the camera. The lighting can be so random sometimes. It's actually a nice sunny day for the first day of 2019. I wasn't expecting it up here in the north of England, but we'll take it. We'll take it. So he did go for the right. So, like, he went to the right-hand side now. I've locked out collection here. Want to continue developing those lands. Goes for the Triton Warrior. Okay. So we're not really in a position where we can apply too much pressure, unfortunately. Other than kind of... I guess I could shimmy these across. Show me this down. I want to take a draw. I mainly just want to find one of the big cards like this. So yeah, we can do this. I could actually create a prairie here and then play an outpost. And then Yak attack becomes just a little bit better, but let's work out our Faeria for next turn. So we're going to go up to 9, 10, 11. So if I play these two, I go down to 2. I'm not going to have enough. So I'd rather keep this a secret. And I can go like outpost Yak attack and like do something from there. Maybe I don't need the outpost. Maybe I just play... Oh, no, I would need to outpost this to challenge this. So I don't think that situation changes, actually. So we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll see what happens. I'd like 2 outposts, because I want to one-shot this Triton Warrior. I want 1 Yak attack to deal with this. And being able to build lands next turn is probably going to be beneficial for me, because I want to collect off my opponent's wells. The more Faeria you can collect off Yak attack, the better, because you can actually make this a 6 cost. And when in the right situation, like you can make this a 6 cost, develop 3 2/2s that could become either a 3/2, a 4/2, or a 5/2, depending on how many Imperial outposts you have. So this card really pushes Yak attack. It actually pushes the deck quite a lot. Like, pushing your Yaks at +1 attack is quite relevant in some cases, but when you start getting into the +2, +3 attack range, this card becomes incredibly deadly. Oof, this is burst. This could potentially represent 5 damage of burst per Yak. So there's something else to think about. It's actually going to go for a more aggressive line, and that's fine. I can still kind of Yak attack into outpost. And I can actually kill this, so that's absolutely fine here. We can push 4 damage, so we can kill this. Where do I want to put the outpost? That's the question. So we can go Yak attack here, here and here, and then we'll put outpost here. So I actually could jump back and kill the outpost from this position, but I think that's fine. I'd be forcing it to come back. So yeah, we'll go for an outpost here. And actually I could, excuse me. I could actually use this if I wanted to, but I'm going to keep it as a double collector for now. We'll get that 4 damage in. Then we'll move this into safety. Yeah, we'll move this into safety. So it just means we keep our double collector. I mean, I guess maybe I should have played one of the Yaks up here, then used this Yak just to get the last word trigger. Actually, that probably was a little better. I also have Court Jesters, and Court Jesters are good stall cards. Not only do they empower cards in your hand, but they also, you know, represent that taunt. Without a Frog Tosser, it could be quite difficult for this warrior to continue pushing damage. Bomb 4 Faeria, he might actually feel, I need to kill the outpost to stop any future Yak attacks, Topaz Yaks. Well, actually, this doesn't buff up Topaz Yak, but that's not going to make any difference, to be honest. Not going to make a difference at all. But do you want to collect? So many questions. Collection here, kill this. And stick a Tide Lord. In quite a good position, actually. But it's not going to matter. I'm just going to taunt it up. So what I can do now... This is going to... for... see, I got a choice now. I can actually... Do I go for this first? So I collect this. But what... there's so many things I need to decide. So I guess I have to Topaz Yak first. Because if I move this here, I'm not going to have the land I need. Unless I double neutral. But I could have Topaz Yak hit this. I could have Court Jester, hit this. Which could be relevant. I think I have to do this first. I don't think there's much choice. Yeah. We're going to have to do this first. And then we can +1. We'd have to +1. Not sure I agree with that. Let's do this. Maybe we should have went face there, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have went face there with the Topaz Yak. I think that would have been better. 100%. Because I don't feel that he's gonna find lethal. I think this is fine. I just don't think it's the best. I have better options because now this just jumps up and clears, which is a problem, right? Because I can hit. Oh, maybe I should have just went for the 6 that turn. Oh, we actually should go for the well control. So maybe it has Frog Tosser. Just gonna +1 Frog Tosser. Guidance. Double guidance, jeez. Alright, let's take a draw. This is another thing that can happen with the Longhorned. It's pretty good.
Why so serious?
I mean, I don't really agree with this. I think you jump here and you trade with the Lord of the Waste, or you kill the Roman Yak and then you heal and leave this to double collect. I don't know how this really prevents lethal. Like, even Frog Tosser comes down now. It's that the Yak's the problem. The Yak opens up a lot of options. So you kind of have the Frog Tosser here in hopes that I don't have lethal, but I do have lethal. I have a good old Yak next to me. This card's ridiculous, honestly. The Roman Yak, I was calling it the Prairie Yak earlier. Absolutely ridiculous. And now a 9-4, a 9-4 to the face. So that was a little slower than this deck usually runs. I generally win a bit faster if I'm ahead. But yeah, that just gives you kind of a taster of how the deck functions. I didn't even play my best there. I made a few missteps in the early game. I think I made a misstep in the turn where I killed the 4-4. Like, I could have done something better, but I feel this gives you a good example of how the deck works, how it functions, and some of the strategies you can use with it. So, win on the board to start things off with my Neutral Yak deck. Let's move on to another match. Alright guys, into another game. We're going to throw all this away. Don't want to find any of these. We like to find Longhorn Yaks are okay. I like Court Jesters. I actually just want Prairie Yak in most cases. Prairie Yak just really accelerates our aggression. It just gives us an opportunity to, especially on turn 1, like, get here. And then we can double neutral again, and we're 5 neutrals up. We're in this region. We're collecting Faeria. We desert here. Give us our Lord of the Waste, and then we have Lord of the Waste. We can just sack the 1-1, put a 6-4 down, get that Faeria refund. Absolutely incredible, honestly. The amount of pressure this deck can create, thanks to the Lord of the Wastes and the Court Jesters, you know, that early hand buffing and early collection. It's just really good. It's fantastic. So we might see Wind Soldier come down. I think that's fine. I think that's just the inevitable. The Wind Soldier. But no, it didn't come down. We're going to get to Topaz Yak. So we get to desert here. Move this up. Get our friend the Topaz Yak down. Take care of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can play this as a 2-4. Instead of waiting for the power-up, because as soon as I create those last 2 prairies, it's going to get the power-up. Or I can go for Court Jester and try and go for the 50-50. I want this powered up. A 4 Faeria 6-8, that's pretty good. So should I go for the 50-50? I think I'm going to go for this. I'm going to try it. I don't often do this. I don't often preemptively set up over Sky Yak. But against yellow, it demands a Choking Sands. So if you Choking Sands, this is a 4 Faeria trade-off. You could Soul Drain, I guess. Double Soul Drain, which is a 4 Faeria trade-off 2 cards. Wind Soldier Soul Drain is essentially a 4 Faeria trade-off 2 cards. Maybe I don't mind. Maybe that's fine. Just getting that removal out of hand. So go with the Mistral Guide. Into maybe a Demon or a Wind Soldier. So Wind Soldier is going to... nice little double collect there. I like it. Very nice. Going to kill my Yak. And yep, gonna reduce the cost here. We can draw a creature. Oh, 8/4 Lord of the Wastes. Feels good, man. Alright, let's... Yep, and there we go. We just got our little power up. Stick the court chester. You know what? This is not uncommon. Okay, I've had enough games where my opponents have conceded like turn 2, 3 because I've just like stuck a Sky Yak down with a Lord of Wastes, and they've got no board, and they're just like, right, not dealing with this, not dealing with this right now. So scoop from my opponent resulted in a very quick game. Let's just move on to the next one. Let's keep flying through them and climbing this ladder. All right, guys, into another game. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is a good keep. I just need to find a yak now. Oh my. This is the hand of dreams, guys. This is a nuts hand. Absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be green. All right. Now we just need to find our good friend, the Lord of Wastes. Because now we do this. Dash this up, and then we court jester, making sure this turns into a 6/4.
Serious?
It's a good old 6/4 haster. It's not bad, is it? 4 Faeria 6/4. Lovely. And we get a desert here. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And what are we going to see? We're going to see a wood elemental. And that's fine. That means our good friend the Topaz Yak is going to live in this exchange. So, yep, desert up. Here he is. Boom, we'll take care of that. Retaining the 6 attack and the 2 life. Deep Stalker's a decent answer, but only if there's a follow-up play. Otherwise, this is just going to kill anything that's lurking. And then I can just double neutral straight across here and just start applying pressure. Hopefully pick up a Lord of Wastes. Oh, Yak attack's just fine. So we have double neutral up. And then we just go for a long... Oh, I don't know. I mean... I guess we could +1 Yak attack next turn. Let's just pass. Let's open Yak attack up. And then next turn I can go for a draw. And maybe I find myself a stronghold. And that's going to really push that Yak attack up. Especially since I'm going to be double collecting. Oh, runing.
The huntress is here.
And a mountain. So bold. It's not a bad pickup. I can just Yak attack this away and then hit for 6. Hit for 8. That seems pretty good to me. Let's take a draw in case we find a stronghold. We don't. We do get a punishment, though. Not going to be relevant, unfortunately. Or maybe I don't care and I just play this. He replays Runin next turn as a 6/6. Yeah, I think actually Yak attack is right here, because then the 6 attack of the Topaz Yak can kill the Runin. Ah, it's going to go up to a 7 because of this. I see a lot of things to think about. So maybe I think I want... Yeah, I'm going to Yak attack because I want to push the damage. We need to move this guy back. Because then we can scoot this across... Oh, I should have actually stayed in the middle. Yeah, we're just gonna push now. So if you want, I see if I had left this in, I should have left this in the middle, and the reason is because he probably wants the +1 rune in this turn, and that would have meant I wouldn't have to. This 2/2 would actually remain here.
Never dies.
So a little misstep from me again. I've only been playing this deck for like a day, so I still have a lot to learn. Still plenty to learn. That's always good, though. The more to learn, the better. So we can punishment this. We can push 6. And then we probably just play this guy. So let's take a draw just in case we find anything spicy. Waryak? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's actually Waryak is probably one of the least used Yaks in my deck, and if anything was going to swap out, it'd probably be this. We definitely want the push 6. And then we can set up lethal with these two, I guess. Just put the 4/6 down. So it was the spiders like the blowout here. Oh, well, Runin actually just being in this position is kind of annoying. He goes +1. Gonna Elderwood Embrace. Punch my 6-2. So I can push 4. So I can go 4 damage here. Oh, hang on. I might just have lethal because I can. So I can. If I +1, I go up to 6. I spend 5. So yeah, so that's going to be... So +1 takes me to 6 Faeria. I spend 5, leaving me on 1. And I sack this, giving me 3. And that, yeah, so that's going to be lethal. So I just hit here. Sack this. +1. Neutral Yak. There you have it, guys. There's another reason Lord of the Waste is good. Gives you the Faeria you need in order to make those aggressive plays with the Topaz Yak. You know, this deck is cool. This deck is really cool. It's different. It's not... We haven't really had anything like this in Faeria with Yaks. It's kind of aggressive, neutral-driven deck. And I can't believe I just built this as kind of like a meme. It was just like, I want to play... I was just streaming, and I was like, I want to play Yaks. And then I started with Sapphire Yak, originally. And it wasn't really quite working. And I was just like... The Sapphire Yak doesn't get enough value because I play too fast. I'm playing very aggressive, so I probably just want the Topaz Yak for removal and burst. And even Superb Blizzard was suggesting when we had the Sapphire Yaks in the deck, oh, maybe you should add, you know, Banquet or something like Shifting Tides for that mobility, and it just didn't seem like it was worth it. So as soon as I added the Topaz Yaks, the deck changed and it became better. But it wasn't until I added the Lord of Wastes that the deck really pushed into its strong mold. It's definitely picked up since adding this card. It's given the deck a lot of reach, it's given the deck a lot of power on board, and it's given that Faeria refund to set up lethals like this, but also make sure that Yak attack is available. So it's just been a very enjoyable experience building this deck. You know, trying to make Yaks viable. But then we have another win on the board. What can I say, guys? Me and Yaks, we have a connection. And I haven't even played the Mama Yak. Mama Yak is also very good in this deck, and won me a lot of games during my stream. Just jamming down, spending like 10, 11 Faeria on a 5/8 and a 6/8 and 2 4/4s. I actually made Mama Yak a 10/10 at one point. She became Steve. Ridiculous. So yeah, that's going to conclude this game at least. Chatting your head off here. Let's get on to another match. Alright guys, another game against Amoeba. Now I love Amoeba's structure deck. I played it as the last video of last year. So I'm a big fan of Amoeba's deck building in general. It's going to be cool to challenge him with this deck. It's going to be a mountain. I haven't played against a lot of mono red. With this build, I think mono red could be an issue. Definitely could prove to be an issue in the future. Let's not even bother with the... I do play into Gyarados a little bit. Let's just scoot this into double collection. Let's see if there's an answer to it. Now, conceptually, I think this deck already kind of existed. Lou90, one of the household names of kind of 2017, 2016 Faeria, one of the best players in the game. Very big influence on the deck building and the competitive meta. One thing that he made or invented was something called the Yak Party, and the whole idea of Yak Party was you have you basically use the Cobble Barracks as a way to power up your Yak attacks and stuff like that, and this card. And this essentially has the same concept. The Stronghold basically replaces the positional requirements of the Cobble Barracks as a full life structure that gives +2 attack to anything adjacent. You just completely remove that kind of like limitation altogether, and then you're able to use like you're able to keep your structures down here.
And I think that's really good. You know, that's actually quite important in some ways. But looking at this match, a little troublesome. We got 6-6, I guess. We can take out. We can actually just dump 2 guys on the board if need be. I think I'm just gonna punish this and then play an aggressive yak, and just see if Amoeba has like a damage-based answer. Ground Shaker should exchange here, unless he has like double Flame Burst or something, but he doesn't got a lot of Faeria to work with. And I should win the race at this point. You know, I'm hitting face next turn. We might see like a land come down. We might see like neutral, move neutral, play a neutral creature, or just gonna push up, go up to 5 Faeria into Cypher's Wrath. Okay. And then probably pass there. Or maybe just slap another Brigand down. Yep, just get another Brigand down. So I'm going to pose the same question, basically. I'm just going to throw out that same question and be like, can you deal with this? I might even stick it here now. Yeah, let's just stick it here. Because then next turn I go +1 and just throw the Topaz Yak in and just start smoking. Start racing. If we can just dodge the Brigands, we don't give our opponent Faeria to work with. And a 4-6 is a pretty bulky stat line. And you can see Brigand's going to scoot back up here. There's a Yak attack. So I can change my tune if I want to. I might actually just step back and clear, and then we'll keep the Topaz Yak handy. Draw. Roman Yak. Yeah, that's fine. So let's just scoot this into... Yeah, we'll move on this mountain. So we do open ourselves up to Ground Shaker, but we're playing against Garadan. And I think that's my main concern. So you don't always have to go face. You can just... I was planning to go face there if the Brigand moved down, but because the Brigand moved up, I went back for board control. Because I know I have this Topaz Yak that can kill like a Herald of War. So if a Herald of War comes down, I'm going to be pretty happy because I have just a nice clean clear on it. I don't... These are generally going to die if they live because of all the Cypher's Wrath and Flame Bursts around. So if they can just do like a clean trade, that's fine by me. I would rather retain the life of this over Sky Yak, making sure that it's 4 life, it's more difficult to deal with. I can even start land blocking if I really want to. I could double neutral up here, then double neutral up here. We'll have to see. This is probably just going to... If this lives, which I'd be surprised if it does, to be honest, this is going to step down and collect. Then we'll just start building towards a Yak attack. I'd like to find myself... Ooh. Inside this round. Yeah, okay. This is a little awkward, having Cypher show up here. So if I pick up Court Jester, I'm pretty much laughing. I'm gonna yeah, just drop it down. So Court Jester is... I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to do this.
Why so serious?
You know, I don't... This is not my intention. I don't mean to top deck the dreams, okay? I'm the dream crusher. My top decks in this game are ridiculous sometimes. I don't even understand why I get them. You know, Amoeba made a great play there, kind of going all in to defend with that Cypher. That Cypher was problematic. You know, preemptive Emperor's Command. Let's just try and play around everything, but Court Jester in a Topaz Yak, way too strong. Oh, nice. And we get the Outpost as well. So if I go Outpost and push... I'll have 3 Faeria. I +1, I go to 4 Faeria. I potentially double collect. Maybe I keep the Outpost at secret. I like to keep this a secret. Sometimes it's not always the best idea. But it definitely can benefit him not knowing about this. Because not many people know how to play against this deck anyway. I don't even know how to play against it. I know how to play it. I know how to fight against it because I haven't had the luxury of playing with it yet. Playing against it yet. So keeping this information secret is very beneficial. So Yak Attack's going to be a great answer here. It's actually going to fund. It's actually going to fund my opponent quite a lot of Faeria, but that's okay. You know, I think I'm okay with that. Because we can outpost it. I'm wondering if I actually... I don't know if I can. I can +1, I guess. And then push more damage. It's just going to give my opponent a lot of Faeria to work with. Which I'm not too keen on. Maybe I don't even bother Yak attacking this turn. No, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to take a draw. Get a Roman Yak. Push the 2. Let's put this big boy down. I could potentially just dash this in for 2 Faeria. So I can that collector going again. We've seen a lot of removal options from my opponent so far. Yeah, okay. So we're sticking a 6/4 down. My opponent can collect and maybe like Gift of Steel and clear. But I've set up this little Yak now, which could be beneficial with the Imperial Outpost. +1. Maybe hits and then Ground Shakers. It's not the worst thing that could happen. It's pretty, actually it's pretty good. It's pretty good for Amoeba. He just Ground Shakers here. He doesn't have a good Ground Shaker spot really, other than... that kind of lines up. Maybe the Yak attack play was better. War Yak. Not really what I want to see. Court Jester, that's not bad. I can actually just buff the War Yak up. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm keen with this War Yak, and then we can stick this here. We're sticking on the wells because we want to collect, you know, we want to get that Faeria. And we're seeing all these removal options kind of just slowly deteriorating from Amoeba's hand. This is a bit all in, you know, we're not really opening ourselves up to a big Yak attack turn. But I'm hoping that Ground Shaker can't really deal with this, or if Ground Shaker does deal with this, it's going to cost Amoeba's entire turn. You might see just Ground Shaker move here to block. Might see it collect, and then we see hit Flame Burst Ciphers, +1. Interesting. We might just pass here. We might just take the Faeria advantage. No, he's gonna hit it. Into bomb. Raccoon Copter? Yeah. Raccoon Copter. Such a good card. So he is keeping in the game, you know. He is making it difficult for me. So I can play Over Sky Yak. Let's keep drawing. We just want to find answers. Answers. This card will just win me the game. I'm going to play this now because I want to continue the pressure. This Yak might be able to push. Going to see double Flame Burst. Cost 6. 1 off. Oh. So good. So good if I could play this. Probably +1 pass. What could I draw? I don't think there's anything I really want to draw right now, so let's just pass, and we'll just jam Mother down next turn and try and win the game from there. Because even if this moves into double, I can play Mother here, taunt this up, and then put a 4/4 next to my opponent. So I have some really good Mother options. If this moves up here, I probably just Mother here and then taunt and just take up these 2 mountains. You can see how I wonder how difficult this has been for Amoeba. You know, all the land locking. Oh, he's actually going to push an aggressive land here. So just like respecting that, you know, he definitely needs to be able to stop me, or at least apply pressure. So now I am in an interesting spot where I can actually just +1 Yak attack and clear the board.
+1 yak attack, collect 2, play the barracks, kill these 2, and then push 3 damage? Or just sit on this mountain? I think I'd probably just sit on this mountain, and I just jam Mother of Yaks next turn. So yeah, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. We'll go for outpost. Kill this, move this here, kill this. So we're just, yeah, we're just protecting our face. Because these are the only 3 options right now that Amoeba has to play stuff. I want Amoeba to play stuff here, so I can use the Mother of Yaks to taunt them up. This has been a game. This has been a really good game. I'm enjoying this. And there we go. So I'm able to just taunt up. I could use Topaz Yak here instead and get even more value. I could Topaz Yak for 4. It'd be a 4 Faeria play. I don't think it's worth it, really. So we're just going to do this instead. Just stick a 6/8 down. I have Court Jester, a nice way to taunt up. I have Topaz Yak, so anything that comes down here that could be a threat, I have answers to it. Now, will Amoeba be able to answer a 6/8? Probably not. Not as a red play, unless he's running Havoc. He's actually only 1 land away from Havoc, so Havoc could be an option. But I have Lethal. This is the problem. I have Lethal now. Topaz Yak in hand is going to set up Lethal. It's going to be a massive issue. Takes the clear. Going to go all in here. Just go for the Axe Grinder into the Emperor's Command. 5. Ooh, are we 1 off? Yeah, we were 1 off. We're just going to scoop there. Not a lot can really happen to stop the onslaught of Yaks. And then we have it, you know, this deck just beat Red Combat, guys. I think this deck has a lot of potential. I think it could maybe compete with some of the Tier 1 decks. I think it's probably going to remain just below them. I think once players figure out to play against this, it'll probably get a little worse, as most decks will do once experience has built up in the player base against the archetypes in the decks, and you start to figure out answers, maybe even some techs in against it. But this is such a good sign, you know, being able to beat Amoeba, such a great player who's performed very well throughout the Faeria World Circuit, such a great deck builder on top of that. Being able to beat something as kind of cookie cutter as Red Combat, I haven't played this matchup yet, and I felt quite comfortable. I must be honest, I felt very comfortable during this game. But a fantastic match, Amoeba. It was a great game, very tense. I loved it. Good game to you. Let's move on to another match. All right, this is it. Can we do it? We're going against Xged, another great performer in the Faeria World Circuit. Was one of the pioneers of blue-green jump. Yeah, blue-green jump back in the day. Say back in the day, it wasn't that far ago. It wasn't that long ago, sorry. It was it's fairly recent, I suppose, considering how old Faeria is now. 3 to 4 years old. Hold the line. That's the first thing he did. Didn't even build land. Explore. Lake. Imperial Guard. This actually, Hold the Line got me the other day. I managed to hold the line and get 2 taunts down to stop my lethal. But we get a really good target here in the Court Jester. Longhorn Jack. That 4 attack's going to transfer onto another creature. Put a 4/5 down. Pretty solid stats. This gets to this allows us to really challenge these Imperial Guards. I actually feel like blue is one of this deck's best matchups, mainly because once you control the board with the Yak attacks and with the Topaz Yaks, you just keep on doing that. You just keep on managing the board that way, and it does really help. A punishment. Oh, really? Okay. I'm actually going to just move these into collection like this. I'm going to punish this guy. So we're punishing the left side because that's a safer Imperial Guard. This card wants to collect and move into reach of my Longhorn Jack. We're 2, 4, 6. So we're actually Sky Yak viable now. We can set up a Sky Yak if need be. I'll probably take this as a desert. Aurora.
Would you like some tea?
I'm cool with that. You know, the pre-Aurora works out just fine for me. So we'll take care of this guy and get the Sky Yak down. Nice 4/6 body. Now there could be a creation, sure, but not a target for creation just yet. It's also very important. I'm really hoping to get that Lord of the Waste soon, so I can just sack the Court Jester and really start pushing that pressure. This might be a Bannon deck. Because we've seen Aurora, but we've also seen Spell Will, we've seen Hold the Line. So this definitely could be a Bannon deck, like a mono blue Bannon. Using those cards that generate creatures for you, so you can trigger off the gift effect when it comes into play. Looks like X-Ged's trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe the Spell Will didn't give him what he needed. Battletoads is definitely a card we're going to see. Creation, I'm not too sure about, but Battletoads 100%. Is this a Spell Will card? No, it's just the Battletoads. Alright. Battletoads is actually a little annoying. Battletoads is actually a little annoying for me. Mainly because it can kill the Jester. So we're going to take a draw. Topaz not great in this situation. So we're going to kill this Toad. And we'll pass. So we're going to gear up for a Yak attack. That's the plan. Get a Yak attack going next turn. Because if this wants to kill the Court Jester now, it has to jump here. And it doesn't collect Faeria. It can jump here, maybe get Creation Aurora. That could finish it off. That lines up nice for Yak attack. That's fine. We can double collect. Maybe double neutral. Across here. And Yak attack. Maybe I just jam Prairie Yak as a 5/1 just to challenge it. Finish it off. Double neutral it anyway. And then set up for the Yak attack clear on the Aurora. As you can see, Aurora's already gearing up towards move-in. Going to be a library. Actually going to take the Court Jester clear. That works out for us because this may allow us to move here, which is very important right now. Stepping onto this lake, double neutral across, Yak, Yak, Yak. Lots of Yaks. Yak can double collect as well, even better. Might even just pressure out the Roman Yak on top of that as well. See what comes down. Don't go here. Don't go here. You don't want to play a card there. That changes a lot. That's actually kind of a big deal. Because now I can't kill the library. Oh, actually, I can maybe kill the library. 9. 8. So that's 8 Faeria. I'll have 1 left. I need 2 Faeria, ideally. So I can double neutral Yak, Roman Yak, make the land. I don't think it's going to happen this turn. This is a little problematic, really. So I should probably just kind of kill this. Step back, kill this. Double neutral. And then leave this here. As a blocker. So we have so 5/1's pretty good in this situation. I mean, Humbling Vision's gonna eat it up,
Emperor's Command's going to eat her up. There's a lot of answers to this, but I'm going to at least force X-Scared to have them. I'm not going to play around them. I don't really have a good line. Not without that extra one Faeria. And even then, like, it's pretty weird because I have to, like, I guess I could have double neutraled here, and then I could have played like Yak Attack, Yak Attack, Yak Attack. I could have killed this, killed the frog, and then I could have played the Roman Yak, made the prairie here, and then my last Yak, which would be sat here, would move across and kill the library. Now you could be asking, why didn't I just clear the right side anyway? You know, just go for that board clear. But my problem is, I only have the Topaz Yak to kill the library. Maybe that's not even bad. Maybe that's what I should have considered doing anyway. But I wanted to get good value. That's what I was aiming for. The value. Fagoro? Alright.
The sky is only the
That
beginning.
urn, digging for that Emperor's Command potentially. Hold the line. That's fine. Actually works out okay because I have the Topaz Yak to kill this. Oh, Lord of the Wastes. How are you doing? Okay. So Yak Attack. It's definitely something I want to consider this turn. Even if it is push 2 damage and kill Aurora. Do I have enough Faeria to Topaz Yak as well? I'd like to Topaz Yak this. I can't kill Aurora. It's interesting because if I kill the library, so if I make a Yak, so I double neutral, Yak here, Yak here, Yak here. This can kill this, but it can't collect. Do I leave this up for another turn? This library? Can I even do that? And just kill this with the 5-1? Maybe. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just kill this with the 5-1. Go for the double neutral. Go for the Yak Attack. Move. Kill the library. Kill the Aurora. Push 2 damage. Yeah. So just put a lot of little Yaks down, just to cause trouble more than anything. Because if Fagoro kills a Yak, I have the Topaz Yak to finish off Fagoro. And I can sack a Yak with a Lord of the Wastes on the follow-up. I potentially should have played maybe one here. It's difficult. It's difficult. Double neutral. He's probably playing Dream Reaver, actually. Oh, he's playing like Bannon Dream Reaver or something like that. So just tries to move out of the way, puts Fagoro in a safer position. I can depends if someone comes down in this position. Goes for a library. It's a pretty safe library, actually. Let's pick up another Yak Attack. Another Yak Attack would be pretty good. I could kill Fagoro. If this moves down, I can kill this too. I can kill the library. Have a double collector set up. What else is gonna show up? Imperial Guards. So many of them. This is actually really awkward for me now. Into an Outland Ranger. Punishment. Good pickup. Very good pickup. Because I can punish this now. Can I Lord of the Wastes first? Maybe, so I desert here. I played Lord of the Wastes. Oh, I can't get the 2 damage though. Really want that 2 damage.
Looks like collect off here 8. Punish, Lord, collect Topaz. I think that's okay. Push the 2. So we just have a campfire in hand. Something to be aware of. You can push this up to clear. Do I kill a library? I can kill a library next turn. Maybe I kill this. Actually. Let's take control of the left side. So there we go. So we're forcing the campfire. It's actually a pretty good situation for my opponent. I'm finding this quite difficult with all those Imperial Guards. Imperial Guards are really annoying. Hold the Line, like I said, got me on stream. I had Lethal, and then he played the only card that could have really stopped it was Double Taunt. And it's 7 Faeria, and he just went Hold the Line, 2 taunts. I was like, yep, it's done. It's done. It's really sad. But this is a deck fresh out the oven. You know, it's a new bake, it's a new brew. So I have a lot to learn. Now I'm playing against decks that have had weeks to months of experience under their belts of refinement. You know, I'm hoping that Spell Will? Yeah. Wait. Plus 1 campfire. Okay. I guess a nice clear double turtle. I guess these turtles are actually just in the deck. Sometimes you just never know. Lord of the Wastes, that's not bad. It's not great, unfortunately. We've seen the campfire being used, so yeah, maybe. Maybe I just kill the library, sack the Yak with Lord of Wastes. But maybe I I need a +1 actually. I need a +1 if I want to play the Lord of Wastes. Let's take a draw. Take a draw and pass. We might find another Yak attack. But X gets thrown out the well played. He thinks he's got this. He probably has, to be honest. He's try collecting. Oh, those Imperial Guards, man. Why are people playing Imperial Guards? It's been a mixed episode, really, isn't it? I've had some pretty great games where my opponents conceded early because the snowball's been too fast, but against some of the top players, I've really had to fight, and my decision making has paid its toll. I've had to pay a toll on my decision making against the top players. You know, they're going to make less missteps than me, and they do add up. You know, that's a game of Faeria at kind of its highest level, really. If you're playing against players who are really dedicated, you know, put a lot of time into this game, their micro decisions are like on point. I change decks so often just to make videos for you guys and stuff, because I want to show a variety of decks usually. Yeah, I change decks so often, it's very difficult for me to like home in on my micro decisions and, you know, get them down. Another library, all 3 libraries. Another Hold the Line. Yeah, okay, X-Kid. Okay. You're sandbagging there, dude. Let's just throw in the towel there. Like, I could +1 Mama. I guess I could +1 Mama, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. But even Disciples can just take care of her. This frog, I haven't even seen a Frogify yet. 1 Frogify and I am out of this match. Maybe I did concede a little too early there. Maybe I should have actually just jammed the Mama down to see if it would do some work. But that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. I love it. It's lots of fun. Hope you guys try it. That concludes this episode. I think
The deck has potential. Maybe not this build. Maybe this isn't the final build for this archetype, but something there, guys. It definitely is something there. It can snowball really fast, given the right draws. Maybe it just needs some readjustments based on the meta. I'm unsure, but overall, I'm super happy with this deck, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me play it, and I hope you give it a go. It's a lot of fun. You play it very aggressive, down the one side, and you just take that value, and you get to use stuff like Yak Attack, and actually want Yak Attack. I'm actually hoping it will come into your hand. I didn't really have any games where I got to show you how nuts the Imperial Strongholds can be. It's actually only kind of drawn one on average. I've had a lot of games where I've had 2 to 3, and it's just really pushed my creatures up, making those Yak Attacks very deadly. But overall, very happy with this build. I hope you guys play it, maybe even refine it, find ways to make it better. I hope you guys do that. And yeah, that's my modern take, the 2019 take on the old Yak Party concept. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. All my videos are now from 2018, so any videos you watch are from last year. Not that far away, considering what time I'm recording this. But I hope you guys check them out. There's some very cool decks there that you might want to give a shot if you have the cards. So be sure to check out the old videos. They're still relevant. We haven't had another balance patch or an expansion yet, so anything Resurgence on it mainly that doesn't involve old Steve is going to be relevant for the foreseeable future until something comes up. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoyed my new version of Yak Party.